Well, if you had to handpick a European Tour final for 2023, you would probably pick these two. Currently, number 1 and 2 seeds for the European Championship. Dave Chisnall and Luke Humphries have played exactly 25% of the European Tour finals this year. They met first of all at the Baltic Sea Darts Open in Kiel back in February, where Chiz won that by 8 legs to 5. He won in Leeuwarden in the Netherlands by exactly the same scoreline. The last 3 times these two have met have been in finals. Previous one was on the Pro Tour, and this time Luke Humphries got the job done, and he had to do that over 15 legs. We are increasing the length of the game once again, first to 8, as Luke Humphries continues to battle his back problems, although they haven't really caused him too many problems looking at the way he's played. Averages of 109, 106, 100 and 103. We've just seen Dave Chisnall average a ton against Scott Williams. This game could potentially be an all-timer on the Euro Tour. My name's Dan McCarthy. I'm delighted to be joined by Paul Nicholson for what should be another unbelievable game of arrows.
Absolutely. Look at what Humphries has done in this tournament. Averaging 104.5 coming into the final. Checkouts very acceptable at 39%. He's got a 170 finish from the semi-final. Ticking a lot of boxes, that's for sure.
60.
This is the smooth throw against the more effortful throw of Dave Chisnall. But they know so much about each other this year. But there's one thing on Coolhand's mind. He does not want to lose a third final against Chisnall in 2023, because it will dent his effort to his legacy. One thing we have on the line in this final, Dan, whoever wins it goes to 4th on the all-time list of the European Tour. Michael Smith has 6 titles. These have both got 5.
140, 170.
Well, he started his semi-final with a 170. Oh, you're not going to do it again.
Good.
Of course you're going to do it again. Speechless.
Dan McCarthy.
Genuinely speechless.
My word. That is one of the tidiest 170s you'll ever see. No deflections. Left portion of the 60, right portion of the 60, and the bullseyes hit right in the middle. That's one of the best bullseyes I've ever seen.
Well, that was pretty discombobulating here in the commentary box. Are we watching a replay?
No, this is not 2024 when we're looking back at the 2023 title challenge. This is the final, and it's live. Big hit to Chisnall, and that might just be a little bit of what we're about to get. You said it might be an all-timer. Well, everybody sit down and enjoy.
98.
We can rattle off so many facts in the early part of this final that prove why they're so great at this. There are 5 people in the history of the European Tour that have been in 10 or more finals. 2 of them are on the stage right now. The others are Van Gerwen, White, and Michael Smith.
164.
164 doesn't come quite as easily as the big fish. He's had his rod out this weekend, Luke Humphries. 2 of them in consecutive matches, in consecutive opening legs.
138. Luke 24.
Double 12 for a very strong start. He's not messing around on the doubles in this game, is he? Like he was in the semi-final. He missed 20 darts in that semi-final and still averaged 103. Come on! That's ridiculous.
60.
But there was a pattern between Leeuwarden and Kiel in those 2 finals earlier this season. Chisnall won the early furlongs,
86.
didn't he? He was ahead and he was never behind. This is going to have to be a different style of victory for Dave if he's to get it.
140.
Yeah, it became a bit of a battle in his semi-final with Scott Williams. He looked like he was going to canter towards victory, and then Williams started chipping away at the advantage. I've got to say, it's one of the best 9 checkouts I think I've ever seen when it started with such a bad dart that landed in the double one.
Oh, well, please tell me you've seen a better one than that.
I can't think of one off the top of my head.
There you go. To win a semi-final on the European Tour in that fashion, that's definitely the best 9 checkout I've ever seen.
121. David 161.
It's the most inventive. 51. Had he got it, he might have gone for a big 10.
97.
If the boot had been on the other foot, I think we know exactly what would have happened, or what Luke Humphries would have tried to do.
64.
To get his first leg.
24 scored.
24 means tops is the target, and Chisnall does get his first leg.
What leg is Luke to throw first? Game.
As far as starts are concerned in finals, this isn't bad. 12 darter, then 2 14s.
140.
Just to add to what they're trying to do tonight, Chisnall is trying to become only the 2nd player in European Tour history to have won in 5 different countries. He's won in Denmark, in Belgium, Germany, and the Netherlands. Humphries is looking for his 3rd country. He's got Germany and Czechia. And it was Czechia this year where Chisnall lost in a final to Peter Wright. So he's not bulletproof in finals this year. He has lost.
Yeah, Luke will want to avoid the battle that he got embroiled in the last time these two played. This was on the Pro Tour. Luke was 7-3 up against Chiz. He was cruising towards victory. Chisnall then rattled off 4 straight legs, but Humphries really showed his class with a 13 darter to win it.
Well, this, for me, is where you don't go bull first. But he does anyway.
65.
Sometimes it's just better to try and get the 60 out the way and then maybe go treble 11, double 16. But at least this way, he's on single to double combination.
60.
Nice high single. Likes it up there on a 60 checkout. Double 10. Doesn't move back to the middle of the hockey before he hits that double 10. A lot sharper on the outer ring at the start of this game. A really good sign. Now it's about keeping the lead.
100.
Just want to say a very warm well done to Luke Woodhouse, who has made the World Grand Prix today.
140.
You might owe Dave Chisnall a very big thank you, Luke, because he took a certain Scott Williams out of the equation.
Yeah, he's had to wait a little bit longer than he would have liked to find out the good news. But Luke Woodhouse will be making his debut at the World Grand Prix, so the blow somewhat softened after being bageled by this Euro Tour titan that is Luke Humphries.
Look at that inviting angle.
100.
He just gets them in at so many different angles. It always reminds me of that eternal line of the great Sid Waddell when he was talking about Dennis Priestley.
41. David require 81.
He's getting darts in the treble 20 with more angles than a hypotenuse ever dreamed of. For a 12 darter. And now back within 1. They're jousting at the minute.
Well, this is typically high quality between the pair. Dave Chisnall, although he's 3-2 down, he's actually averaging around about 5 points higher than Luke right now. But if Luke Humphries was to end this match with a sub-ton average, we'd be a little bit surprised. We'd have our eyebrows raised.
Indeed.
140.
Humphries wins the title. He becomes the 3rd multi-time winner of the year on the European Tour, with Chisnall and with Gerwin Price.
100.
Price the only person to go back-to-back, of course. There have been 9 winners on the European Tour this year. That will stay the same because they've already won one this year, of course.
34.
Yeah, there's so much that rides on this game. If Humphries wins, he goes up to number 5 in the world.
180.
Dave Chisnall could be 4-2 down, averaging 112. Bullseye
65.
casts a shadow over it.
Dave, you require 81.
Well, that bullseye to Humphries right now will look like a canyon, but he couldn't quite find it then. Chisnall to break in potentially 11 darts. Double 12. Get the popcorn out. Get the popcorn out because we have got a hell of a final on our hands.
6 legs deep. This is outstanding. The worst leg of the match is 15 darts, and there's only been one of them. Look at that. 2 12s to get on level terms. Humphries has done one thing wrong. He missed the ball. That was it. Remember when Luke Humphries defended his title in Trier earlier this year? He did so against Dirk van Dijvenbode, and he limped across the line after Dirk missed match darts. It's a very different game to that. There you see that front-on stance. He's almost 41. On his front toes. The right heel is not actually on the floor. Chisnall very different. Right foot planted. Left toes behind him. Very stable. 58. The only jerky movement comes from the right shoulder.
Yeah, and you can sometimes see that in the follow-through with Chisnall.
100.
A couple of opening visits of 41 hasn't done Humphries any favours, so Dave Chisnall very much in command of this 7th leg in a final that's absolutely flown by. I can't believe we've played 6 legs already.
90.
That's because we're having fun. Time flies when you're having fun. And remember this morning when Luke Humphries woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning, he was thinking about pulling out of the tournament.
100.
And now he's in another final.
118.
This is his 10th European Tour final in 2 years. In a little under 18 months, in fact.
He's reached the final in 60% of the Euro Tours he's played in this year. These are outrageous numbers.
59. David requires 32.
We're about to get the worst leg of the match.
Yeah, it could be a poxy 16 darter. 17. 18.
24.
Could still be 18.
Well, it could.
160.
2 treble 20s for tops.
I think energy conservation's been a really big key for Humphries' success today. I just wonder how much he's got left.
Yeah, the longer he goes on with these back problems, the more he is likely to struggle. Dave Chisnall. I suppose we can call a 19 darter a struggle for these two, but Chisnall does get the job done.
137.
Never really been in trouble in this tournament, has he, Humphries? It actually feels like the first time he's been behind at any point.
I'm crunching the numbers that we've got on our screen.
96.
He's won 27 legs in this tournament, and 21 of them have been done in 5 visits or fewer. You're laughing, and that's the only reaction I think anyone can give.
It's incredible. If Michael Van Gerwen was doing this in his pomp around 2017, 2018, people would have just said, well, that's Michael.
98.
Other people can do that too.
Ooh, look what he's left.
Not a third one.
And a third one for a 12 darter as well.
60.
Doesn't have to get it.
170.
Hang on. might have been a little bit of a blessing sometimes when you don't get the temptation of going for the bullseye, but he's still got to dodge the bullseye with the next dart, if indeed he doesn't go for the treble 11.
105.
This is a precarious situation. He just needs to get rid of this. That's the risk. Double 4. That is world class. 4-4.
That leg is Dave to throw first. Game on.
This is surely going all the way. They're so tightly packed together.
Well, we always expected this one to be closely fought. We expected it to be full of quality. We are being treated.
Chisnall wins. He gets to number 20 for titles in his career in the PDC. 20. Humphries would get to 9. It would be 6 European Tour titles and 3 Players' Championships, adding to everything he won at Development Tour level.
100.
But you've got to bow to every player that gets to 20 titles in their senior career. There are some incredible dart players who did not get to that number in their careers. Albeit in the earlier days of the PDC, we didn't have this many tournaments.
$75.
Just getting it the tiniest bit scrappier now. I wouldn't be surprised if we have a few scrappy legs, because I know how much these guys want this title. They want to be the first to get to within 1. That magical 7 where you think, right, now I can get that 12 and get it done.
They did 146.
They want to add their name to that roster of Price and Cullen to be a Hungarian Darts Trophy champion. Another.
Double 16. Good. Silly. This game's silly now. It's only Dave's second ton plus checkout of the entire tournament.
That is ridiculous,
60.
Considering how many legs he's played. Surely you'd put in there a 101 and maybe a 110. Oh, he's already done that. But 146, big finish in a final to take the lead again.
60.
Luke Humphries has only taken out 3 ton plus checkouts. Just 2 of them have been the biggest of the lot.
Yeah, Mike De Decker got 8.
100.
And he only made the quarters. But he needed all 8. Dave's got something else in his locker. He's doing something in this final that Luke isn't. He's scoring maximums. I get the feeling that Humphries is going to have to dip his bread sometime soon.
100.
Well, there you go.
Like that. Just do that over and over again. Well, don't do it next, because you'll bust your score.
Yeah, but 341 and 6 at this point, for me, will be better than that 146 checker we've just seen. Especially considering Chisnall has hit a max to leave 81.
161.
Can he? He cannot. What is it about Chisnall in finals against Humphries this year?
They're good pals, these two, and it's almost like they're just egging each other on. They're wanting to have fun. Treble, double 13.
50.
Just outside.
Luke requires 68.
Is it going to be double 4 again for Luke Humphries? No, he goes a different route. It's tops.
Good.
And it's in the middle.
Luke Humphries.
What a final.
I said to you earlier in this tournament, I like that route on 68. I think it gives you better options. You could do the old hurdle that you mentioned, go 20 for double 18, but he's feeling confident on tops. He's feeling confident on all doubles. 5 out of 8. Chisnall's stats aren't bad. Nearly half. Yep, another one.
Well, there we did say that Humphries is going to need some maximums, and they're starting to flow now. Maybe he'll have a crack at a 9-darter. Here's Miss Double 12 for one to be the first person to get one in Hungary 58. In the PDC.
Well, it's a final the way it's been played that probably deserves a 9-darter. Not going to happen this time.
100.
If you were to ask these players right now, would they like a 9-darter? They'd say, keep your 9-darter, I just want the win. The right time to get a 9 in a match like this is the very last leg, because the nerves from a 9 can be distracting. We've got another leave of 170. Might need it.
David Aguirre, 170.
Not going to go. But he is going to tee it up really nicely. And now 81 has to go.
81.
This is so big. Break of throw for Bull.
Good.
Another Bull finish for Coolan Luke. What a great game of darts. And we are being treated to some brilliance from two of the best in the world. And I'm so glad it's best of 15. Because there's more to come.
We've had well in excess now over 100 European tours. The 100th came in Riesa earlier this year. If this isn't in the top 10, maybe even the top 5, then I want to watch all of them back to back.
This is fast approaching one of the best finals I've ever witnessed. The two that I've seen that were the best, Taylor won in Vienna, like I said, in 2016, but the year after that it was Van Gerwen against someone else, but it's a 9-dart attempt!
It's gone! Luke Humphries has struck perfection! One of the most astonishing finals we have ever seen on the European Tour. Might only have one more leg in it. All we've got to do is sit here and applaud and laud the brilliance of Luke Humphries. Have you heard he might have a back problem?
Game on.
Back problem, schmack problem. This game isn't even over yet, and it's the best European Tour final I've witnessed. And that's saying something.
60.
Sulevic, 2019 in Vienna. That was top of the charts for me. Smith versus Van Gerwen, 2017 in Vienna. That was close. This is better than that. It's history in Hungary for Humphries with a 9 in the final.
180.
It is a moment that Luke Humphries will savour forever.
But does he get the win? What a burst. 36 darts. 36?
We love
Three
it
legs.
we love it when we see a leg of darts completed in single figures.
But now we talk about what we mentioned earlier. If you hit a 9 in a spot like that, now you've got to manage how you feel after it. Chisnall knows plenty about it. Double 14. But can you imagine if Humphries wins the tournament on a 161?
$65. David Aguirre,
Dave
14.
Chisnall is not going to give this up. The two finals they've contested on the Euro Tour this year have ended 8-5. It's not going to end a third time on that same scoreline.
It's all about this leg here, isn't it?
59.
Chisnall might smell an opportunity. If he can break, he'll have the darts in the last leg. It's easy for us to say, sitting on the fence, that this
96.
final deserves a last leg. Even without it, it will be one of the best ever, if not the best. What did you say it was going to be at the start? A Euro Tour all-timer.
An all-timer.
They haven't let you down.
I never expected them to.
60.
I think I'm going to watch this game back as soon as we're finished. It's that good. Bit edgy.
51.
9 darts thrown this time, and he's left 298.
Chisnall can't leave a finish from 3-4-5, so it's No disaster for Luke Humphries, and
59.
particularly after that visit of 59.
Well, how fortunate is Luke that Dave's lost his scoring boots in this leg as well. That's an
97.
enormous 57. Just gives him 85 points as a buffer. Is he given 6 darts from 201? No. Maximum number 11 in the game.
Dave require 106.
To send it to a last leg decider with the darts. Treble 18 leaves double 16.
74. Luke
Another chance to win it.
42.
That 60 has been elusive in this penultimate leg,
90.
potentially.
David require 32.
Chisnall with 3 in hand will take a breath. I think we all need one. It could come down to one leg between the 2 heavyweights on the European Tour in 2023. And it does. Chisnall will have the darts. He will start as favourite. Can 9-dart Cool Hand get the title, or will it be number 3 for the year
Game on.
for Chisnall? And every single European Tour title he's won this year, he's beaten Humphries in the final.
Oh, that's such a good last dart. That's such a good last dart to squeeze through the 2 that potentially blocked that bed.
Not even sure how it went in.
60.
With Humphries throwing second, he might need errors from Chisnall on the outer ring. Humphries is 70% on doubles in this match after 14 legs. Dave is very respectable at 46%.
60.
But the trebles are just not there for Luke Humphries right now. Chisnall has got space to breathe and space to run.
Luke Humphries' average is now a smidgen under a ton.
98.
He is coming up dry at the wrong moment.
Needs a 140. Gets it right in the corner. Still needs a Chisnall error.
90.
But the last dart treble again for Chisnall gives him a very makeable shot. Humphries must get to a finish. He desperately wanted to get to 101.
David require 117.
But at least he's already hit a 141 in this game.
Chisnall looking for a second ton plus finish of the match.
$93. Luke require 141.
Right then, for another one. Treble 19. Double 12! Oh, he's missed! He's dragged it!
Snatched it. That's what he said to himself. Chisnall now goes for the double that Humphries has just missed in what can only be described as the best European Tour final in the history of this tour since the start of it in 2012. Maybe with the exception of the Anderson-Van Gerwen game.
Double 12. Dave Chisnall gets his Euro Tour hat-trick in 2023. One of the greatest finals we have ever seen on the European Tour. Had a pretty special, a pretty tense ending. Luke Humphries more than played his part, hitting a perfect leg in leg 12. But unfortunately for him, that was the peak. Chisnall, you've got to hand it to him, winning 3 legs in a row, 13, 16 and 17. Dave Chisnall and Luke Humphries, all they can do is applaud each other. All we can do is look in amazement and realise that we have been in an unbelievably privileged position to watch such an incredible game of darts.